Hi, everyone. Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for 3 little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type $bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type $award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type !raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everybody. Linda Israel. I just noticed my camera was messed up. Hey, everybody. So glad to have you here. And if you haven't already, join the raffle. Okay, Sam, it's my ordering system. The price of shipping has gone up and I had to go in and make some changes. So it's probably thinking that thy weight, it needs to go up. If you'll give me till after the live stream, if you haven't already placed your order, I can look at it and see what I can do. So it depends. It's kind of odd because I had to do by weight. Uh-oh, you need to find your fuse too. I hope you find it. Well, welcome. So glad to have you here. Thank you. This is the Narcissus by Beeline Designs, and I thought I would use that today. I've also got out more little daisy stencil, and today I'm playing with the Apothecary Garden. Now, I, for some reason, had it apothecary only, not just the garden. So this journal is supposed to be about your apothecary garden, your holistic herbal garden. And I kind of, played on a little bit. I did make some new rubber stamps. If you haven't checked out my website, these are ones that I have already cut for myself, but there are more than that I've created that I call apothecary. Apothecary. I don't know why I said that. And I've made words, and these words fit inside the little label that is under the Find Your Wings. I think that's the set. And then I've made these little other stamps. These are two separate stamps. So you get two stamps when you get the chamomile, the tea, the lemon, and lavender. And I did that because I thought we may want to use them independently. So the first thing that we're going to do today is I have an abundance of envelopes. Oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Hey, Janice, welcome. I figured I could order more for another. Gotcha. Okay. It's weird. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. It's an absolutely gorgeous kit. It's absolutely beautiful. This is one of the elements that's in the kit. Sorry, I got squirrel. This is one of the elements in the kit. And I have an abundance of envelopes. My mother used to put out greeting cards for American Greetings. And then a friend of mine's wife, and it's a roundabout friend. It's my father-in-law's employee, but we kind of became friends for a short period of time, but that didn't end well. Anyhow, his wife used to put out the cards for Hallmark. So I have this huge stack of just random size envelopes. And so I thought I would use one of those to make an embellishment, something to put in your journal. So a random size envelope. That's what we're going to start as our base. I have a book page here that I just trimmed to be the same width as the envelope because I wanted to decorate it. And then I have a couple other elements. But I thought for this portion here, I wanted to alter it just a little bit. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lay this in my spray box. And I think I want to use, this is a green. This is lily pad. Blarney would be a close color, not quite exactly. I'm trying to think. I've got all my greens at a different spot. So there's a couple of different shades of greens, like a moss green would be a pretty green, but I didn't want it too bright. So I'm just going to spritz it a couple places. And then I've got this is from the So Bronze. And it's kind of a bronzy brown. It's kind of transparent. And you may not see it there, but it just kind of adds a little bit of brown without going super duper dark. Thank you, Lori, for your donation. Thank you. And thank you, Lori. I found a package that I was playing around with of some coffee dyed papers, and I was going to use them today, but I didn't. I saved them for another time. So I thank you for those coffee dyed papers. Okay, so whenever you're going to stamp over the top of a piece of paper that has been wet, you want it to be thoroughly dry. So when it's wet, the ink somewhat resists. And so if you've ever noticed when you stamped on a damp page, it kind of feathers, or it's not as bold and vibrant as it would be if you did it on a dry piece of paper. Get your paper dry, then stamp. And I decided to spray first because I really wanted the Tattered Angels under my stamped image. I've got the Narcissus stamp here, and I think what I want to do, I'm just going to stamp it on one side. The other side won't have anything on there. I'm going to go ahead and grab a scrap of paper just in case I get off my page. And I've got some archival ink in jet black, so I'm going to ink that up. Oh, you have room for more, Julie. Oh, thank you, Morgan, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Jen, welcome. Thank you, Robin, for being here today. Hey, Kathy. So, I know some of you are waiting on orders. I'm hoping that tomorrow and Wednesday will be the day that I'll get some orders out. I have not felt well. Today my head hurts and my back hurts, so I've been trying to just get through it. Just get through it. But I'm hoping tomorrow that I will feel good enough to sit at my computer for a while. All right, I'm going to stand up. This is a big stamp. And it's just going to be in the background. But I just wanted a little bit of that pattern in the background there. All right, so this is going to go on here. And I don't think I have any distress inks on the edge, so I'm just going to go ahead and distress this. So what am I doing with this envelope? So this envelope is kind of an odd size, and I thought, why not decorate it, make a pocket, and then I'll have the inside to add whatever I'm working on, journal cards. And I say whatever I'm working on, but you guys and gals are the ones that are going to get this. So I'm thinking right down this side, do I want this to open this way, or do I want it to open this way? And I think this way is the way I want it to open. So I'm going to glue this piece down. I know I'm covering up a perfectly white envelope, but this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to use a book page. I got a page out of a gardening journal, gardening book. Thank you so much, Margie. Yeah, it's just been awful. So Henry's been, he cut some stamps for me yesterday. We had a boo-boo, so he's got to cut some more. So if you have a stamp order that you would like to make, hurry so that I can get it on this stamp sheet. Otherwise, it takes me like a week to 2 weeks to fill up a sheet. All right, so we've got this. And since I have this empty space over here, you know, normally I don't do this, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll put this is from my journal quartet, on this side, maybe. And I have a scrap of paper from Norella's kit. I printed a couple of the pages, and I don't need to go all the way around this, but I wanted to go on a couple of sizes. And I've been tearing it and cutting it. All right, I think what I want to do is put that down here, and I had a scrap of paper that was a book page that I folded in half, and I just thought it gave this a little bit of interest on there. So let's add some distress inks to this piece. It's kind of fragile, so I'm just trying to do the edges real quick. And let's go over to the sewing machine here in just a moment. So we're going to have the sewing lamb. I'm going to glue this just slightly so that I won't lose it between now and getting to the sewing machine. I'm just going to sandwich it in here. I did this folded book page, one for the interest. I wanted it to have a little bit of a contrast. And two, this is just copyweight paper, so I wanted it to be just a little bit more reinforced. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to the sewing machine. I'll stitch around this piece. And I think I've got some coffee dyed paper. Believe it or not, I did do some coffee dyed paper yesterday. I used some instant coffee that I picked up at the dollar store, about 3 heaping tablespoons in a coffee cup, a small coffee cup. And I use a paintbrush. So I dip my paintbrush in the coffee and then paint my paper. And this is a scrap. And I'm looking, do I want the darker side? I think I want the darker side. Welcome to the dark side. All right, so I think I'm going to glue this in the middle, and then we'll stitch around this outside edge of the journal. And this is on a scrap. I save all those cutoffs from when I cut out digital kits, when I cut out the elements, or if I trim down a piece of paper. I save those. I have a little bin that I've been saving it in. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Morgan, Lori, and Margie for your donation. And I save those that way when I need something, some little element or whatnot, I can just dig in there for a scrap of white ivory type paper. Now, if it's a colors paper, I try to put it in a bin designated for that color. So for this journal, I have my green scrap bin. And so I will just pull things out of there and use that. All right, let's go over here. That sounded weird in your headphones. Welcome to the dark side. Let me look here. Okay, we're going to go over to the sewing machine. I think my sewing camera may be off, so kilter. All right, let's do it that way. All right. Can you see me? Can you see me now? All right, so this is just a Brother home sewing machine. You're seeing a lot of my floor for some reason, but oh well. And I have it set for regular thread or zigzag stitch. I have a regular needle, and I don't even change my needle until they break. Okay. Hey, Janet. Hello. Thank you so much. You like to watch my process. So I'm just going to stitch around this with a zigzag stitch. We're zigzagging away. Zigzagging away. All right, so there's that little piece. And then I will do right across the top here. And I might as well go around the whole outside edge. I like to have these little threads hanging, so I will stop my machine sometimes and let it cut the thread. If you don't like the threads, you can cut them. Okay. And I just zigzag stitched around that. Was that easy? I thought so. All right, so this is going to be a pocket on the bottom of our page here. So I'll just glue this on 3 sides. Like so. Cut the cord, people. Hey, Maria. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm just going to glue that there. And then I want this journal to be down the side. So you kind of still see the narcissus in the background. Makes it more shabby chic. Exactly. There you go. Shabby chic, bohemian, lazy. I like the look though. It just kind of looks neat with those threads. Now, on a garment, I don't want that, but in a journal, I kind of like it. All right, so I'm going to flip this over, and this side, it says warm wishes, and it's rather plain, so let's change that. I'm going to use my more little daisies. Why I put that in there. And I've got distressed ink, peeled paint, and I've got my little oval blending brush. So I'm just going to gently come in here and add a little pattern to the back side. On the back side. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Norella, how are you? I'm playing with your Apothecary Garden. There's one of the elements. Journal kit. I've started with an envelope that we're going to put on the inside cover. So just added a little patterning to our page. Now, I didn't have a lot of distress ink on here, so let's add some. And then since this is kind of got an embossed thing on there, how about, I've got one of Norella's little images that come in the kit. And I think that could just go right there. Yeah, I'm going to glue that down. Actually, I may add a little piece of fabric. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I just want to add it to where it barely peeks out. Maybe come down just a little bit. I think about like that. All right, so I'm going to put glue on this portion. Kind of guide it in the center. And then I'll put glue behind the whole thing here. And I could sew this because it is on the flap. I may still do that. I'm going to just stitch right down this edge in a moment. We're going to stitch on that. And we're also going to stitch on this. So Norella made these really cool tags, and she put the little faux reinforcer on the top, but I decided I didn't want to use that. I have this new badge punch that I got, and I am going to punch a hole across there. So I used her guide, and I've got some fabric here. Let's see what I've got. Oh, I've got some fabric. I'm going to cut it, I don't know, it's probably 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 inches. And then I took some cheesecloth, yes, cheesecloth, and I sprayed it with Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist and then let it dry for a little bit. I can use my heat tool, but I didn't want to have to spend a lot of time with y'all waiting for paint to dry, so I made some ahead of time. And I'm putting these two together, and I'm going to kind of fold this over and stick it through. And I'm going to fold this up, and we're going to go to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch right across here, okay? And I just added this tool to my list. Robin, I was reading the list here. Okay, so I'm going to go to this sewing machine. So sewing cam again. And we're going to stitch across here. And we're going to stitch it down this side. This is going to be a tag that goes in this pocket. And I wanted to have a little embellishment on it. Hey, Barb. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That would be great for a fishing theme. Yeah, exactly. Kind of has that net feel. All right, so I'm just going to stitch right across the top here. I call it my poor man's lace. You see that on there? And then we're going to stitch just down this edge. So it just kind of continues the theme from the front to the back. The chat's moving fast. Pink, pink. I love pink. All right, so we sewed that. I have a little bin here that I've been working out of, so I've got ribbon and thread pieces. I've just been trying to use that. Okay, so that's the back side. And then I have a Calico collage image that I'm going to put in here. I'll go ahead real fast and kind of just add a little distress ink. And I don't think it needs a closure. Then we've got this piece that's going to go in here. You know, and I've forgot about this that I was also going to put on there. I have one of the Calico collage images, and I know I put that there, but what if I put this on the front of this, and then it becomes a secondary tuck spot? So I want to add a little pattern to this background. You know, you don't have to have patterned paper for your junk journals. Oh, not in this shot. We can make our own. So what I'm going to do is put my stamp away. Put the stamp away. I don't need it anymore. It's in my way. And I'm going to grab, I've got the chamomile flower from the Apothecary. Apothecary kit. And I'm just going to stamp it. I'm trying to decide, do I want it to have the flowers on the edge out that way, or do I want it to go where you see more of that on the inside? I'll do it this way. Junkie Joe likes it. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. And then I'm going to do like this. Because sometimes the borders are just boring and you don't need, okay, where'd that go? Seriously? I lost that little piece that I was going to use. It just goes away. I don't understand. How did that happen? Did it hit the floor? Ah, it did. It hit the floor. Let the paper hit the floor. And so did the paper clip. Okay, so, oh yeah, see here? How that just kind of gives a little pattern to that outside edge. I'll glue these together. And let's go to the sewing machine one more time. Just because I'm in a sewing mood at the moment. I'll add some distress ink to the edge. I was trying to show y'all some cute little ideas. Hey, Manda, thank you so much for your donation. And I found from you a package of ledgers that you sent to me, ledger paper. And thank you for that. I was going to use one today, and then I got sidetracked. All right, so I want to put this as a little pocket. Oh, wait. First, I'm going to sew it. We're going to stitch, and then I'm going to sew it down as a pocket. That's the angry song. Exactly, Sam. That's why I was saying it differently. Let the paper hit the floor. I like stitching when I have the time. It's kind of fun. And I like the look. I like how it looks when I've got it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so now this piece is going to go here. And I'm just going to glue it from here and across the bottom. So I'm going to put my finger where I don't want to come above. And we're going to put glue right there and down this way. And I want it to be just inside that stitch mark. So you're going to get that layered effect. All right, so then I had this little card that I thought would look cute right there. Oh, let's just let's do this. So I've got from the new stamp sets, I stamped it with the label, and I thought maybe we could do something that says recipes. I've just gone around this with some green distress ink. I also have a little butterfly. What if I also have just a random scrap of paper here? What if we did that? This is just where I took a piece of paper and I used a punch and punched the little divot. So it was just a rectangle, and I distressed it. And I think that just makes a neat little tab. That is, it's just a scrap. 1 3/4 inch by 1 inch. I'm the queen of layering, Linda. Well, thank you, Lori. I don't layer that much, really. I don't think. I like to layer with stamps and stencils a lot more. Okay, I like that. This looks rather plain. So how about, before I glue this down, I've got the wildflowers, sketched wildflowers, and I've got sepia. I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to come over here and just lightly stamp it. So it's really faint on here. So you can still write over it if you want. And then let's put recipes. So I'll just glue that across here. If I had a little bit more room, I might have stitched it, but I kind of like it. And then why not just add the little butterfly? We want to put that right about there. And then this will go right there. So we got a nice little layered up journal in our book. So he still says journal here. You've got a tag here. We've layered on top of. I don't want to push it too far in so it doesn't get stuck. And then we've layered back here with some fabric. And then I just used one of Norella's cards the way it was. You could add more. You could put a booklet in here. You could fold up paper to have more writing space. So that I'm going to put, let's put it right inside our inside front pocket. This is going to be my journal cover. Okay. All right. So I'm going to set this aside. And I've got some composition notebook paper. Just plain old composition notebook paper. And I thought it'd be nice to have some pretty unembellished pages for standard writing. So I've opened these up to be 8.5 by 11 inches, trimmed it down, and we're going to spray them. So I'm going to get my little spray box. And you know, I think I want a different stencil, so let's see what I've got here. Let's do this one. This is from the July Artistic Stencil Club. I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm not sure what color I used it with last time, so we don't know what kind of bleed through we're going to get. I've used a lot of green in this journal, so as an accent, that's what Norella had, was a little bit of some teals in here. So I'm going to use a little bit of teal on here. So I've got Royal Peacock. I don't know if I have. That's blue water. I'm trying to use up some of my Tattered Angels. I think what we'll do is I've got the lily pad and I've got the Royal Peacock. So I'm going to spritz this lightly. And then I'm going to spritz it again with the green. And you know what? I already have it out. So I'm going to use the So Bronze. And then I'm going to pick up my other notebook page and use that as my mop-up. And then on this side, I'll just spritz it a couple of times with the colors. And then I'll hit it with my heat tool. Let's see. West Coast is hot. Can you mend the blue stencils if a stop? You know, Lori, not really. You could probably put a piece of tape on it to put it back together. I'm just trying to be really gentle with them. It's still hot where you are, Lori. We had some nice, pretty weather over the weekend. You don't ever write in them. You just look at them, Margie. Well, that's okay. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed. Curious would work too. Curious would work. Curious is very close to this color. See the pattern? That's mopping up the stencil. And there is spraying through the stencil. I'm putting it back in the file folder where it belongs. And I'll go ahead and flip this over and then spritz it. I'm just doing it very lightly so that the page isn't just stark white, okay? Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. All right, y'all get in on the raffle. Y'all get in on the raffle. I'm going to drink. I made some hot tea earlier, and I went to take a sip, and you know what? It was hot. I had to put some ice in it. Yeah, don't do too much blending. Yeah. My stencils aren't really perfect for the blending brushes. You have to be very gentle when you do it. I'm just used to it, so I don't do it very vigorously. All right, y'all get in on the raffle, and I need to pick a prize. Okay, here we go. All right, so there is spraying through the stencil, mopping up from the stencil. Can you see that? So you get the same pattern, just in reverse. All righty. Hot ice and hot tea. Yep, I know. I put about 1 cube of ice in my hot tea because it was too hot. It didn't burn my mouth. Hello, Anita. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so y'all entered the raffle. ! Raffle. That's how you make iced tea. Exactly, Margie. You just add. You like those greens? You're trying to be more fragile? 90 each day. Yuck, Lori. That's hot. All right, y'all get in the raffle. All right, so we're going to... I need to decorate these pages, but I want to keep it somewhat simple. So, you know what? I've got these little tags that I made. So I'm just going to go through. I have a little tray that I put stuff in that I thought I might use. You never know, right? I've got where it says spices. I have this little tiny file folder. I thought these were kind of cute. I have a library card. I have 4 of these little tags. I wonder if that looks kind of cute, doesn't it? You put the name on top of the tag. Y'all in the raffle? All right. Say, Linda, we're in the raffle. What else I have? I have herbs, colognes. I got spices again. We may need to stamp a couple. to fill in. I was trying to use some things that I already had in my stash too. I got 2 of those. Okay, we got that. What else we have here? Okay, all right, there's some neat little things. All right, I had to look at all my things again to see what I had, to see what I wanted to use. 1, 2, 3. I see. Let's get out. What other words do we want to use with my label? See, this is a little scrap, so we'll use that in just a moment. Okay, everybody in? I think everybody's in. I see Southern Princess got in. All right, remember, here is the tags would look too cute hanging off the side of the page from a ball pen. Oh, you think so, Norella? Maybe I could do that. I can put a little something on there to hang them off. Okay, so y'all enter the raffle. Give me a second. I'm going to look for some ball pens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got some ball pens. Oh, I may even use some beads. We got some beads in there somewhere. Okay. Okay. I had some ideas. Hang on a second. I've lost my train of thought. It got lonely and left. Okay. Yeah, the live chat's moving very fast today. Y'all are chatty. Okay. Giveaway. Pick a winner. The winner is of 200 junk bucks that you can use towards earning 2,000 junk bucks to get a free coupon to my shop for $10 off. And the winner is Southern Princess. Congratulations. We will get that added to your account, and when you get to 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those for a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, playing the in-chat games, and when I do a giveaway. All right, so this next giveaway, let me see what I have here. Okay, this will work. How about, y'all want some of my handmade paper? So these are handmade papers that I made, and for whatever reason, I didn't put them in my for sale bin. Like this one has a wrinkle in the middle of it, and this one is torn and thinner in some areas. So these are the rejects, if you will, for the retail side. They're still usable. They just may have a flaw in them. Like that has a great big piece of I think it's a plasticky paper, but they're still usable. Like this one, it kind of burnt the page. So see, I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of yellow, but this side is nice and smooth. So we're going to give away some handmade papers. Y'all enter the raffle by typing !raffle. And I'm going to set these up here. There. Don't want them to get ruined, not to cause shadow. All right, so let's make some more little labels. I had spices. How about essential oils? So I'm going to stamp my little frame. I'm just stamping it a couple of times. Sometimes I get carried away. All right, so I stamped that a few times, and I've got another little block here. So I'm thinking essential oils. We've got spices, herbs, colognes. How about recipes? So I'm going to get my stamps. And we said recipes. So I'm just going to line it up on my block. And then I know I'm going to be kind of off camera, but I kind of get over the top of it. And then I just look, center, and stamp. Right in the middle there. Okay. Recipes. What else can we do? Recipes. And, oh yeah, essential oils. I haven't used that one yet. It's hasn't even been inked. It's a virgin stamp. Essential oils. And so they fit inside the set. That is Find Your Wings. So this little label is what I'm using here. So it's a companion stamp set, y'all. I was trying to make more use out of our stamps. And Robin wanted little words, so I did them. Okay, so we got essential oils. How about healing methods? So healing methods. And what else? I haven't made my index sheet yet because I haven't finished making the stamps I want to put on here. And I like to laminate them. Let's see. Healing methods, recovery, healing, remedies. Let's do elixirs. I haven't done that one yet. I can just sit here and stamp these all day. They're so much fun. And what I like about this is I'm using my scraps of paper. So yeah, you can print these on your computer, but I'm using up my scraps. And let's do tincture. I probably should have had an S on there, but I like tincture, so. Tincture. So nice and neat inside there. All right, so let's move these out of the way. We're going to hang these off, and I think I want to put the words on here. I don't feel like we really need a lot of decoration on our pages. So let's do this. We're going to cut these out really fast. I normally have this all done ahead of time, but there were more words that I wanted to use. Got to get them all. This is live, y'all. You're watching me cut paper. I have these Fiskars Easy Touch scissors. I like them because they don't fatigue my hand. I'm able to get in here pretty quickly and cut this out, and my hand doesn't hurt when I'm done. All right, let's see what we got going on. Brown eye. That is a chamomile stamp. It's a chamomile. Chamomile. And then tea leaf, a lemon, and lavender. I'm adding more plants like this. And they are 2 pieces. You get the plant, or the product of the plant in this case, and the word, or the title. You thought I was going to make a strip of coupons? Well, I could. Yeah, I could. All right, and I'll get rid of the scraps. I don't need tiny scraps like that in my life. I could save that piece though, because I can stamp it one more time. Guess I fooled you, didn't I? Yeah, you could make that a row of tickets, just stamp it one right after the other. Maybe I should just make a stamp that it's just these one right after the other blank. All right, so we've got these little pieces. Let's add some Distress ink. So this is a page I'm building on the fly, meaning I had a kind of idea, but I'm really just kind of, as we're sitting here, adding to it, making whatever out of the items that I have left, etc. All right, so now I've got all these pieces. I want something that when the bulb pen is on here, it has something to hang on to because these pages are rather fragile. And I happen to have some fabric here. Look at this teal. Why not? I'm going to cut this. What if we just kind of stitch this as a little pleat on the page right there? Okay. So I'm just going to take this and put a little pleat on each page of these little pieces of fabric. So we're going to go to the sewing machine and I'll show you what I'm going to do. We'll just sew these down real fast. Just sit down and start. Exactly. Well, you know, don't try to plan so much, you know, because sometimes then your creativity just flies out the window. But if you are able just to grab a few supplies you already have and start creating, and that's what I'm doing here. I cut this little piece of fabric. I'm going to go over here to the edge, right about there, and we're going to stitch it into place. So that's all I did. So I'm just going to line it up with the other side here. So I'm just going to look at this. Which way did I do that? Okay, so I just kind of made a little pleat like that. I'm going to go over here to this side. Got it pretty much lined up where it is. I didn't have to go back. I just did it because I like the look. Okay? All right, so I'm going to do this again, but this time I'm going to do it at a different height. I don't want it at the same height. So let's do it up higher. Because we have 4 of these little tags. Okay, so just make a little pleat. Pull this out. Line this up. And you don't have to line it up. I'm lining it up so that these will have 2 different spots where it's sticking out just slightly. Okay? All right, let's go back over here now. So I have these little tags that I just stitched a little piece of fabric or ribbon and that cheesecloth. So I'm going to put elixirs on here. I'm not going to add anything else to it. This is kind of a coppery metallic or pearlescent paper. So I'm just going to put elixirs. And let's do tincture. And we've got 2 more. So let's do essential oils. And let's do herbs. I think I have herbs here. Yeah, there's herbs. Okay, so now I'm going to take my little bulb pen and grab the end here, kind of halfway. I don't want it dangling too much. And I was going to grab a bead. I forgot. Let's put a bead on first, and then I'll put this on. I know I never do this. All right, so then I'm going to slip it through the fabric here and pin it. I could do it this way. There we go. So I'll just kind of dangle off the page. See that? So, pin, bead. I'm just grabbing whatever beads in here. I happen to have some from the Out to Sea kit. By the way, if you're looking for one of my old subscription boxes, I have several still in stock of the different kits. I sold out of a few, but I have a few that are still available. The next subscription box will come out the last Monday of the month, and I did not look at the calendar today to know what day that was. Okay. Tincture. Just kind of have, and then let's put herbs and elixirs. You love it? Okay, thank you. So many little labels. Aren't they cool? I wanted to have options. Options! Alright, so I'm doing this. Put it, made mint. I have some spearmint growing in my yard. It looks wild. Alright, there's herbs. If you put beets on the grocery list, your boyfriend will die of shock because he's like, you don't eat beets. No, I'm going to use them to dye. I want them to dye things. Okay, so now I'm going to go right here and pin that. All right, so we got that. And I think I need a little something on this side. And I got out this little file folder, so I don't know if that's what I want. No. Oh, I know. Where is it? There's some smaller images. There's that size. I think there's enough. Let me look. Oh, there's some little ones. She's got all these different sizes of images that she offered with the, you could get it as an add-on, and some of them came with the kit. So I think, do I have 4? 1, 2, 3. Watch me not have 4. 4. So we can do that. And then that just kind of covers up this side a little bit. Gives it a little more on the back side there. I'm trying not to add too much bulk. Ah, I dropped it. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? And it kind of gives you a little place when you go to turn it, that it feels like it's a little more substantial. We'll do this one. All right, so I did an idea that somebody said to hang the tags off the page. Are you happy now? All right, so let's do this one. We gotta move on. I got more pages to show y'all. All right, I'm gonna move those up out of the way in case I want them later. That looks pretty cute, doesn't it? With the little tags hanging off. Oh yeah, little spine bottles. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Apothecary labels that you have are pretty cool. Okay, so where am I? Put this over here. Where am I? Am I lost? Am I here? Hello? Is anybody out there? Okay. So this page, I started laying it out a little bit, okay? I have some little elements that I was thinking about using here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm taking off all my paper clips. I'll set this aside. I didn't want to show you everything. All right, so we've got this journal page, and I think this is going to be the center of my journal. I need to trim my pocket because it's too long. This was just a scrap of paper that I happen to have here. So I'm going to measure my page. It's a book page just folded in half. And it's right at 5.5 inches. So this is, let's make it 5.5. Yeah, let's make that 5.25. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit. Like my paper cutter will work today. No, I'm not going to save that. Oh, thank you so much. All right, so I've got these two pieces. And this is kind of plain on here. I'm going to want to put this on here. I have a piece of some coffee dyed graph paper. Let's see what happens if I take this in half. If I cut that in half and put one piece there. So let's just cut that in half. This is some coffee dyed graph paper. I think this may be from Lori. I'm not sure if it was Lori or if this was from my friend Beverly. Okay, so I think I like that. I have a piece of fabric that I'm going to put over that. I have another pocket that I've already made that I'm going to put down here. So I'm just kind of looking at this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the sewing machine. And we're going to stitch this piece across here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and glue these into place and stitch those down because you're not going to be able to see the other side of the page. So I think I want to take my glue. I'm just going to make a little quick zig down the edge there and lay a piece of fabric across that edge to edge, smoothing that out. And then this piece, I'm just going to glue just a tiny amount just to help hold it in place. And it'll also help because this book page is really thin, gives us some writing space. So I'll center it, put it right about there, come down just a tad, and then we'll do the same thing over here. Bye, Norella. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. And then we're going to go over here, about the same distance. All right, so this I'm going to sew on. I'm going to sew around this portion. So that's sewing lamb cam coming up. But I also want to sew on here. But I want to change this green. It's just too blah. So let's grab the tea stamp, the tea leaf stamp. And we're going to do it in the sepia. And I'm just going to stamp this. And then that's going to go on top. Doesn't that kind of give it a nice little pattern? Put the the stamp back where it belongs so you can find it later. I'm just going to put a little glue on here just to help hold it in place for a moment. All right, we're going to go to the sewing machine and stitch across here, and then we're going to stitch on the other pieces as well. All right, so I'm over here at the sewing machine again. I'm going to stitch across this fabric. I want to go ahead and frame it. So I'm just going to start at the top and zigzag stitch all the way across. What have y'all been doing? Anything fun? We didn't go anywhere this weekend at all because I was too tired, didn't really feel like it. Henry had to work. I was designing stamps. I am going to be adding more herbs and plants to the shop. It just takes me a little while to get them all created. So I just stitched all the way across there. So now I'm going to stitch around these rectangles. And I'm going to do the whole thing. I wasn't going to do it, but I am. I'll know the stitching's there even if it gets covered up. Kind of went wonky. Stitching away, stitching away. Okay, let's do this one. A lot of sewing. I wasn't going to do this much sewing. Hopefully I don't run out of bobbin thread. All right, so that's stitched into place, and then we want to stitch across here. I'm going to do this, starting and stopping. Oh! I saw that the thread wasn't working right. Thankfully, my machine is so easy to thread. It's threaded just like that. I love this machine just because of that feature. I decided I want to go all the way around the other side, so I'm going to start over here, go down, and go across, and then go up. There we go. All right. You know, I haven't sent an explanation in a junk journal a long time, but yes, I did. Thank you, Sherry, for your donation. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Bear Sydney. Thank you. Hey, by the way, those of y'all that make a donation, make sure that you go over to my website, lindaisrael.com, and create a user account there, and then send me a message through the contact me so that I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership, because basically when you make a donation here, you become a member of that group and you get some free digital downloads in my website. You also get discounts on orders, and when you're here live and you have donated during that live stream, you get a chance to win the journal that I'm making. Okay. Yeah, Pam, the paper outpost, I think she has one. Maybe I should make one, because I have a different take on what other people think. All right, so we have a pocket. I want to put that down here on the bottom. So I'm just going to glue it on 3 sides to make it a pocket with the messy threads and all. And I haven't added any additional embellishments yet. On this side, I've got this little long skinny journal pocket that we're going to put. I'm making sure I've got it on my page. Ah, I didn't get it glued down. I picked it up before it was dry. All right, so let's pick this up. Yeah, okay. And that was using the Journal Quartet 2. And then I have this Italian paper that I've had for a really long time. And for some reason, it just spoke to me to use it in the journal today. Little pieces of it. Okay. We have, I didn't use this little file folder earlier. What if I use it here? Where is my bone folder? I have a punch that made this teeny tiny little folder, okay? And what I think I'm going to do, I'm trying to decide if I want to have it where it stays closed on one side. I think it would be kind of cute if it just stayed closed on one side. Thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Thank you, Margarita, for your donation. So I'm just going to go right down this side and add a little glue. We use that tea leaf on there. Hey, why don't we just stamp the word tea or use a label? Let's see. Recipes. That's kind of cute. Let's do that. All right. Recipes. We're going to put that right here. And I'm going to make that a secondary tuck spot. So we'll put glue across here and here. Okay. And I had this postcard. And then this is one of Norella's images that I thought would be kind of cute behind there. I don't want to stick it down in there just yet. And then this is a fold up little envelope. It's where I just took a piece of paper and folded it to make a little envelope. I'm going to go ahead and glue it. It's just a square. I've shown this before, but basically you just kind of find the center, fold in one side, fold in the other side, then fold up the bottom, fold down the top, and you have an envelope. So I'm going to put a little drop of glue there, and push that over, wiping off any excess. And I'm going to come right in here and make a little drop. If you want, you can round this corner, and then you have a rounded corner here. I'm going to leave it. And then I make sure that it's openable, okay? So you don't want it to glue shut by mistake. And that's going to go right here over that edge. I could do something like, no, I think what I want is a little paper clip. So I'm looking here. What do I got? Oh, here's a little kind of a diamond teardrop. That's what I was trying to say. Teardrop shape. Like that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. I like that. I made this. This was some scraps left over from cutting down paper. So I had some rice paper that I coffee dyed. And then this was a composition notebook. I didn't color it. I decided just to leave it. And I just put it on a piece of cardstock. I like that. I have this lavender plant. I was going to put it down here, but I think now I'm going to put it up there. Not lavender. what is that? It's not salvia. It kind of looks like a butterfly bush too, but it's not. It's got the wrong leaf. All right, so I'm going to put that right about here. I like that. Okay, this is going to be the center of my journal. So what else do I want? So I have one of Norella's journal cards that'll go over here. And then I took the pages and shrunk them and printed as a 5x7 image. And I put them back to back. So you kind of had this look of a little folded booklet. And because it was my thinner paper, that's why I did print two. It kind of gives it a little more heft without it being cardstock weight. And I thought that would be kind of cute right there. So that's kind of getting in. I think up here we need a little something because we're going to look at this at the center of our journal. What would we want up here? How about healing methods? So I'm going to put some distress inks on that. And let's just put healing methods, but I think it needs a little something else behind it. How about that? Just a little, it's a little plain. I think I like that, just the simplicity of it. You love that? Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Well, this is part of the kit, you know, and I just kind of, whatever was left over, and, you know, if you don't have a file folder, you can make your own. They have templates and stencils, or you can just draw one, fiddle with it till you get it. And then this was my little note, spiral note card, I think, line note card. Oh, I forgot the name of it. But I thought that would be kind of a nice little contrast when you're looking in here. And then we still have some of Norella's images, so I can put a couple like that. All right, so let's work on the other side. And I need a drink. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to decorate this side. And this side I'm going to cover. So you're not even going to see the stitching. So I'm going to pop this out of the way for just a moment. And I've cut a piece of book page to use as a guide, as a foundation, if you will, to facilitate what I want to do today. So the first thing I've got here is some scrapbook paper. I had some strips left over in my stash, and I was trying to figure out ways I could use them. And I actually cut this for a different journal, but didn't use it that day whenever I was doing an eclectic journal kit. And I thought the colors kind of go with it. This polka dot may be a little bit in your face. So I thought, well, if I pair this up and then you cover it up, because they're going to be pockets, it won't be so crazy in your face. So what I'm going to do first is I've stitched across the top. I folded over the edge. My measurements, this is a 3-inch piece of paper, okay? And it was 3.5 inches, and I folded over 1/2 inch. And then I made this just slightly smaller than my journal page. Not much, but just a little bit smaller than my journal page. So we're going to start with this piece. I'm going to glue this completely down onto this book page. Realistically, I could have done it as a secondary pocket, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. Okay. And then I have this piece and this piece. So I want this all the way at the bottom. And then I want this to basically be even when I put it down, so we have an even band. So I'm not measuring, I'm just kind of guesstimating. So I'm going to leave this one in place for a moment, and I'll put glue just on this edge because I want my pocket to end here. So look in here, slide that out of the way. We're going to go to the sewing machine here in just a moment. So sewing lamb, and we're going to stitch. I find that if I just go ahead and glue the pieces in place, number one, you're not adding additional bulk by stitching on it on each pocket underneath, because I've already got this stitching layer. All right, you with me? So we basically have made this as going to be a pocket back here. This will be a pocket, and this will be a pocket. Okay, you with it? You love those papers together? Yeah, you got to edit your cart. Shop till you drop. All right, y'all get in on the raffle, and then we're going to stitch this, okay? So go back over here, and I'm just going to stitch from the sides all the way around. Stitched all the way around. All right, y'all get in on the raffles. Everybody in on the raffle? All right, so I've got this made. So all I'm going to do is just glue it down onto my page, but I want to glue it as a pocket so that I can use this back to add stuff to it, or I can go this way. Now I could have left this one as a pocket on top of that other piece of paper, but I decided I really wanted this look, and I think I still want to go from the top. So I'm just going to glue in a U and put that down on my page. You like stuff? How do I do this? How do I do that? Well, Robin did spend one day over here working on a journal, and she would say, well, I don't know what to do here. And so I would walk over and say, well, what about this? And she goes, okay, I like that idea. And then I don't know what to do here. I said, well, how about this? All right, so I'm just going to press that into place. And then I've already made one for the other side. We're going to do the same thing. I guess we could do a Zoom meeting. Put the camera on you. You have a camera set up? All right, y'all into the raffle? I didn't create the page. I just gave you ideas and pieces of paper. All right, so we need another prize, don't we? What do I want to do here? What was I doing? All right, this will work. This will work. Okay, I just had to get a prize. Alrighty. So the winner, get brain funk. Yes. Thank you, Margie. Yeah, exactly. You do kind of get brain fog every once in a while. All right, so we're giving away some handmade papers. This is like $10 worth at least. Here. Hate how long it takes you to decide what you're going to do. Sometimes you just, you just got to go with it. Yay, Robin. That's awesome. Robin's still with us. All right, so giveaway. And the winner of the handmade papers is Deborah Cato. Deborah, I think I owe you a journal too. Don't worry. I'll get it to you. I'm going to be shipping out tomorrow and Wednesday. If you are waiting on a prize from a while now, I know I'm way behind, so that's going to happen tomorrow. All right, so let me get the raffle set up. I'm going to reset, go like this, go here, and go chipboard frames and things. Open giveaway. All right, so I had this chipboard. Someone gave it to me. I bought a pack. I don't know. I don't use this type of chipboard because it's really a lot thicker than what I sell. But y'all may like it. So that's the next prize. All right, let me get a drink. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So now we've made these pockets. We've got to put stuff in them. So I've got some of these larger file folders. They're part of the Canvas Corp brands, and a lot of times I have these in a subscription box because I've got an abundance of them. And I thought, well, I want to use those today. So I got fuzz on my face. I did the herbal teas on a piece of fabric, and I thought that would look really cute if I glued this so that you could still see the herbal teas on the front. So to help facilitate that, all right, where's my pen? There it is. I need to clean out my pen drawer. I'm going to take my Sharpie here and just make a little line. So there's just a light little line here. I'm going to put glue on the tab. And I'm going to line this back up on here. And then I'll kind of adjust it. That's the one thing about Aleene's tacky glue. You have a little bit of time before it sets up. So I just extended that tab to be a little bit taller so it sticks out. Okay, see what we're doing there? And then I have this little piece of scrap of ivory cardstock, and I thought, let me see what I did on the other one. Okay, let's do we want lemon? Let's do lemon. I haven't done the lemon in a while. So I'm going to put the lemon and the word lemon, kind of getting it lined up where I think it should be. And just to make sure I've got it right, I'm going to stamp it onto a scrap of paper. See if I got it going the right way. Yep, okay. That looks pretty good. And I'm thinking just closer to this bottom corner. Lemon. And I'll put this back on my board. And this needs to be trimmed. So let's just cut it out. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Now, about 2 1/8. And then what is this? Not quite 2 inches. I'm missing something. Where is it? I must have used it. Oh, this was an extra. Okay. So that's going to go on here. Add some Distress ink. I was going to put it like this. And I'm going to make this, I'm going to put it in the center. I'm going to make this a little pocket. Like so. Okay. I made these because I bought some tea bags that are fillable, so you can fill them yourself. And I dyed them by using Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist. Now, what I disliked about these, they are a synthetic material, and so it took a long time for the Tattered Angels to dry on these, but I did it yesterday and just let them dry overnight, and I thought these would be cute little bags to put in the file folder. And we made this a little pocket, so we had some of Norella's little images here. And that could go in front like that. And then this becomes an element that we can put down into our pocket, and it pulls right out. And I already made another one. And this time I used a ticket, and I did the same things. I didn't stitch on this one. I could. I'll stitch on it. We'll stitch it. I'll do a straight stitch around that real fast. Y'all never get to see me do straight stitching. Yeah, because it's a tea themed subscription box coming ahead. Teapots. All right, let me see. Yeah, you're going to get all your stuff in one box, Barb. Just about. I think the stitching adds a little more to it. Tea! Doesn't that add just a little bit more to it? So then this will go in here like that. And I had this little green piece of stuff from Norella, so I'm going to glue it down over here. And I have a library card that should fit right there. I have another one of those printed pages that I thought could fit right there. And I think I made these. I did. Okay, perfect. I had these cards that I thought would be great, as long as my page glues down, to go back here. So I'm just testing them to make sure that my page isn't glued shut yet. I think let's add some fabric across the top. Do we just want to add a tab to pull up? I think I've got a little bit of this teal fabric. I'm a mess here. And I have some of this brown cheesecloth. So what if we do this? I'll make a little zigzag. Didn't really need to make a zigzag, but I made a little zigzag. And then I'm just going to take my fabric and then just kind of push it up into it. And I'll cut off the excess. We're going to go to the sewing machine in a moment. And we will sew right over the top of that, adding a little bit of cheesecloth to go here. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. This is some really thin, cheap fabric. And I thought, well, I want to do something with it. I'm going to have to hurry. I still have another page to make. And the cover. We got to make the cover. Okay. Alright, so we're going to stitch this, and then we're going to move on and make our next page. Y'all ready for this? Sewing lamb! I know, sewing lamb again. I didn't intend it to be like that. Alright, let's go back over here. I did it just so it have, oh, I wanted stitch zigzag. I just wanted to have a little element at the top of this. So I got 2 stitches on there. Like that. All right, so then this will go in here. This will go in here. I've got one of these that can go right there. It says lavender. Oh yeah. Do I have room? Oh yeah. I have more stuff. So we have all these things. My pocket flipped out because it was upside down. I have that in here. I forgot this. This is a, I think this goes with this. This is a little pocket that Norella made with the kit. I'm going to put that in there. I'm trying to put enough stuff that it's so stuffed that it keeps it where it needs to be. And I also made this little journal. So I took some scrapbook paper and then some scraps of paper that I had on my desk, and then just made a little book and then used the stamp here on the front. So that was the lemon. I'm going to put this one right here. Actually, I want a tuck spot. So let's do this. If I glue that down as a tuck spot, then that little book can go right behind it. I told Robin this is going to be one fluffy journal. It has a ton of stuff in it. All right, so that's going to go like there. I'm just going to put it right here for now. Okay, there's all of our goodies. Oh, good. This one I've almost got done. I've just kind of have a few things that I haven't completed just yet. All right. I used paper clips to kind of put everything together so that I knew what went where. So, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do with this. And I was just going through my stash. I was trying to use some of Norella's stuff, and I was waiting on my rubber stamps to be made. So this side, I'm going to set these away for a second. Okay, so this side, this was some sheet music. This was some rice paper that I coffee dyed. And I think I want the smooth side up, not the rough side. And I've already gone around the edges with distressed ink a little bit. And I think we can just glue these into place. I could add some pattern to that tie dye, a coffee dye, but I kind of like the way that looks. And I just tore this to be a 1-inch strip. Have a great week. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Oh, don't do that. I dropped it on my paper. At least I can wipe it off. Alright, so that's going to go there. Do I want that on top? Or do I want it below? Hercules. I think I'm going to put it on top. You made blueberry tea this morning? Oh, that does sound yummy. That does sound yummy. I need to take some more Benadryl. My nose is starting to act up again. Hercules. So I just made a strip across there and there. And then we're going to take this piece and center it on the page. Yeah, I'm covering up the music. We'll see it on the other side. We'll see it on the flip side. Okay, got one more. Put this on this side. So we're using that book page or sheet music. We use some coffee dyed paper. I like that so far. I think we need to add a little stamping inside here. So how about... I haven't used these in a while, so I forgot. Was this flower? I can't remember what it was called. I've got the flower brand, flower bunch. I think it's called flower bunch. Flower bunch. And I think I'll stamp it right here. Flower bunch. Did I put the name on here? No. And then this was like bold lavender or something. I probably should have done it the other side, but that's okay. I'm going to do it like this. Just adding a little touch on there. How's that? Exactly, Lori. You can use your washi tape, use your fabric strips, your scraps of paper that you have randomly, stamp papers. There's all kinds of things you can put up there. All right, I think I like that. I happen to have the spices. Maybe a little piece of fabric behind it. That's kind of a boring fabric. So what if we did this one? What if we did layers? There we go. It needed layers. My fabric scissors only gets used on fabric. I think like that. Maybe this way. All right, so I'm going to glue this in the blue. Glue it in the blue. Glue it in the blue. Put that a little straighter. And then this one's going to go at a diagonal across the back. Maybe like that. And then we'll put glue behind the whole thing. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself. All right, we'll put it right there. I like it. Just simple. Use the aloe or the soybean stamp you made too. Yeah, I don't have it today. I don't have it with me today. I can't afford to make all the stamps. So I just made 4 of the herb, the apothecary, I can't say it now. You know what I'm talking about. And then I made the words, because the words are small, so I could put them in with some of my other stamps, and they fit in the nooks and crannies. I had fun making this journal. I want to make it again. Okay, so that's just simple. Keeping it simple on this side, you know, because some of our pages are pretty bulky, but this one is not. So on this side, da 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 da. So I didn't finish decorating. It looks like I dropped my stamp pad on it. And I have some pocket elements. I have some thingies here that I thought we would use. And let me kind of lay it out so you can see what I did. I made a pocket out of a book page. And I've got a little piece of a fern piece of rubber stamped image that I thought would look good right there. And then I covered an envelope, and I haven't cut it yet because I hadn't decided what I wanted to do. And I thought it could be a belly band on the page that would hold a journal card behind it. And I also have a tag that I thought I might use up the top. So, how was I going to do this? So, I want to open up this envelope. It's just a standard envelope that I glued a piece of book page and then a napkin on. It's sealed shut. So what I'm going to do is get my paper cutter and just cut off a sliver of the envelope. So it is now, if I can get a hold of it, open. Okay, but I'm going to do it on both sides. All right, this is going to go on here on this page and be a belly band in here, but I'm also going to make it a tuck spot up here. How am I going to do that, you ask? Well, let me show you. All right, so I think what I want to do, though, is I'm deciding, do I want to make any changes? Since I dropped my stamp pad there, I think what I want to do real fast is just kind of stamp maybe around that outside edge. And I know I'm using that later. I have the dandelions and I have the brown ink. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm just lightly stamping where it's barely making an impression. That one I got a little heavier. And I'll go ahead and come up the side. It's just a light pattern. Can you see that? Make sure I'm still right side up. All right, so now this piece is going to go on that page. I'm going to fold it in half just so I know where my top and bottom is. And what I'm going to do is this opens, okay? This opens. And I think, yeah, that opens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue down these sides and across here. I'm going to see if this works. My tag may be too wide. All right, so I'm going to put this somewhat in the middle of the page. And then I will lift it up the top portion and kind of rub my finger down. Okay, so we have a belly band here. I'm letting that dry before I mess with it too much. I have a book page, or one of Norella's images that I made into a pocket that I thought could fit on top of this envelope. Oh my gosh, y'all are terrible. Oh, I just saw that I didn't trim that, so trim it off. There we go. Don't stick to my finger just because you had glue on you. This goes right here. So I just cut a piece of paper that was an inch wider than my envelope. I scored down the sides, scored half an inch across the bottom, and then I zigzag stitched across the top and around the outside edge. And I have this tag, and again, I don't have an embellishment up here, so we'll grab my handy dandy new tool. I'm lining it up with the dot. And let's add a piece of fabric. I happen to have one already cut. Let's use a piece of this cheesecloth, and we'll stitch it real fast. I think I still have one more page. All right, so we're going to fold this up, and I'm just going to stitch right across here real fast. Stitched. That's going to go right there. And then this was some handmade paper that I got, I don't know, in a big package a while back, and it's a really heavy handmade paper, and I just added a little piece of fabric to both sides, and then this will fit right through my belly band. Nice little frame. We got our tag here. I have another little image that I could put on the front here. I'm looking to see, oh, you know what? Instead, I have this butterfly. That's a Tim Holtz butterfly. I happened to find some in my stash, and I thought, why not? I'm just going to go ahead and glue it completely down. And it's just a die cut printed shape. I'll just put that right there. And then my tag goes in the top here. It fits, so I need to punch it. And let's do a different piece of fabric. We'll do this one. It's a darker. I coffee dyed some fabric too. I had this really pale ivory with a print, a brown pale print, but it just was kind of blah, so I tie-dyed it. The link is in there. It's in the thing. I know it is because I just put it in there. You may have to refresh. I may not have hit enter, but I know I put it in there. Okay, so this is from, I think, Sunday Mornings. But I thought it would just make a nice little touch on the page. And on this side, we have this pocket that's going to go here. So I'll glue it down. And this is a great way to use up scraps. I stamped the, is it the Baroque, Romantic Baroque background stamp on top of a book page that I sprayed with Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist. And I think I want to put this leaf on here. So I'm going to glue right here and then down here at the stem. Yeah. So it kind of becomes a little tuck spot on front here. And I have this little journal card that I pre-made. This says cologne, so we want to put colognes there. It's not much for, let's do it. How about, recipes again? Let's do recipes instead of colognes. So I've got the word recipe. Trying to find the black ink pad over here. And I already had a label that I stamped earlier, so I'm just going to line myself up and stamp it. Recipes. Put your stamp back on the sheet so you can find it the next time you want it. Is that right? Okay, yeah. Cut it out, man. I gotta hurry. Thankfully, the cover, which is going to be a wrap cover, should go a lot faster because I already kind of pre-selected the fabrics. Recipes, like that. Again, just using scraps that I stamped on. This is just another coffee dyed notepad paper that I just sewed across the top here with some fabric and a little bit of that cheesecloth because I thought it'd just give it a nice little contrast here. And then here's another one of these little books that I made. So how about if we just grab, what is this one? Thyme. This says rosemary. We'll just put that on the front. You can make it a pocket. You can make it a tuck spot if you want. I think I've made enough of those today, and then that'll go right there. How's that? Is that pretty cute? And then this page is fairly flat and simple. All right. I don't need, and so this was, I did an envelope, napkin, book page. That's all that was. Okay, so this one should go pretty quick. I think I have most of it done. All right, so I've got another one of these coffee dyed book pages. I used a stencil and created a background page, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead in just a moment. And we're going to glue this down, but I took an envelope that was dirty and I stamped the skeleton leaf all over it. And I thought what I would do is I would attach it on this side so that when you get here, you have a pocket in this envelope and then you have journaling space behind it, okay? So it's very interactive. So what I want to do first is I'm going to glue this piece down. This is just the envelope flap here. And I'm going to glue it right on the edge. It just so happens that it fits in my journal page. And I stamp both sides. And then this piece is in here, so this is going to go on top. So I need to make sure where my center is. And we're just going to glue this into place. Oh yeah, I didn't advertise the list. It's in there. It's at the very bottom. I haven't done that in a while. Okay, we're still on the page. Use my bone folder. So this will go like that. And then this is our page when we open it up. Okay, so over here, I got another one of these. We're going to put that down. Oh my goodness! That's interesting, Tanya. Oh, goodness. All right, I like that. And then I happen to have these butterflies that I stamped. I think I'll put them in the middle. And I think I need something across there. Let's do it in the black. I should have stamped it before I put it down, but I'm just going to go ahead and wing it. We're going to stamp right in the middle. Right in the middle. This is a leafy border stamp by Beeline Designs. And then we'll put that on top. How's that? This is the large butterfly. And I colored it with Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist. I did the teal in the center with a paintbrush. And then I came back and did the green on the outside edge. The colors are a whole vibe, aren't they? Aren't they? Because it's all gardening and green and holistic. Okay, I like that. I have a journal card that can go in here. So let's do the same stamping on it. This time I'll get my... I'll stamp it right about here. I did it upside down to you so that I could see it better. And then I've got another one of these butterflies that I thought would be pretty on there. Now, just because I put them all on the same page, you can split it up. You know, these two pages aren't going to be right next to each other. If you like that look, then you can put your journal together first and then just paste on top of your pages. Okay, I like that. I don't have anything on here yet. So how about... we need a tuck spot here. I have a piece of brown paper. I'm going to trim it. That could go there. And then I could tuck some stuff on the outside. All right, so let's put some Distress ink. Oh yeah, let's do this. I thought I saw one. Where is it? All right, fine. I got a scrap of paper here. And I have my journal stamp. I'm going to stamp it on one end. All right, so if we put that on there, this on top of it, that background is kind of blah. So how about we stamp that? Let's stamp it in black. And I'm going to use the tea leaf stamp in black. Oh, lid closed on me. There. I like these little leaves. Because see, doesn't that look neat with a contrast between the two? All right, let's glue this together. This is our, I'm going to show you the pages, and then we're going to put the journal together. We're going to make the journal cover. You got to go, Lori, I understand. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna flip this over. So I made these ahead of time. So this is scrapbook paper that I folded up and made into a pocket and stenciled with the More Little Daisies stencil. More Little Daisy stencil in the green ink, but I made it so that it's also a pocket, and then I put a little piece of lace on, a little tag from Norella's kit, and then on this side I made a little fun closure, okay, that I just realized I don't think it's finished. Oh, it is. Okay, so you open this up, and then you have some notepad of paper, so you can journal inside here, and it's hidden journaling. And then you can just close it up. It's just 2 pieces of paper that I glued down, made a little tab. I overstamped it with the Compassionate, and then I used some scrap of wax linen thread that I had here on my desk, and just made the ends with beads, and that just fits like that. So on this side, I have a little coin envelope. I don't think I put anything in it. Just a little coin envelope that I thought would be kind of cute right there. And then I made an envelope. So this is a technique. I haven't done it in years and years and years. You start with a square and you fold it in half. Then you find the middle and you fold this triangle just past the middle. You do the same thing with this side. It goes just past the middle. Then you can take this piece and poke it into that piece. Fold this down. It should fit somewhat behind these. And then this is an opening on both sides. And there's you a different way to add journaling to your journal and a different way to have an envelope. You like the flower thing is great? Yay! So this I thought could go right there. And I have this little random journal card that I made, so I might as well just stick it right there. And I happen to have, will this fit? I happen to have some of this Italian paper, so I'm going to put it inside. Like that. Okay. And then this flips out, and then we have this space. I didn't put anything on here. I don't think it needs it. I think it's okay to have a place where you just don't put anything down. Okay? All right. I had a couple things I didn't use, but maybe we'll put them in a pocket. I'm going to clean back my desk. All right. So here's a page we just made. Here's a page we just made. This is going to be my center of my journal because it's so fluffy. We made these pages that are mop-up papers. This is our cover that we're going to use. But we're also going to have an outside fabric cover. Here's some more handmade paper. This time I used one of the labels that was in Norella's kit as a little pocket. And then I stamped a 3" by 6" journal card and punched it. I used that tea leaf again. I think I'm going to like that tea leaf. I'm going to use it a lot. This is from one of other Norella's kits. I think it's a shabby grunge kit. Some more of that Italian paper. Here's a tiny library card that I thought would be kind of cute to put in there. From the kit, this is really flimsy paper, so I was just trying to put something on it. pretty paper. All right, and then here is another handmade paper. This time I didn't do a lot of decoration, but I glued down another one of the ferns that I colored with Tattered Angels, some of Norella's images. This is from the, I think it's from the Nuvo kit. It's from a kit that is obscured. And then this was something different that I decided to make. The kit comes with all these words for cinnamon, blessed thistle, and parsley, and so on. And I didn't want to glue them on the pages because if you were going to use this journal while you were working in your garden, you may want them in a certain spot. So I put them on what I call a book marker. So this is transparency film. Oh, welcome, Niles, for subscribing. Thank you. This is some strips of transparency film that I put onto a piece of cardstock that I first stamped. I'm going to take out one side so you can see. I stamped it with the daisy. I think it's a daisy flower. And then I sewed the transparency film down. And then I picked all the pieces and put them in the pockets. I have to kind of fiddle with it because I didn't want things sticking out the top, because when you flip this open, I put some journaling pages in here so you have journaling space. And then this can go over the top of your page. And I just grabbed, it's old, looks like the paint is rubbing off on it, but I'm going to put that down like this and then close it over. And it's going to add a little bulk to the top, but I kind of hope it will help even out. This one, I use the bloom stamp. I use the sunflower stamp. One's called Compassion, one's called Passionate. I don't remember what this one is. Use the Lace Duo. Use one of my new Victorian stencils. This is one of Norella's digital images, and around the edge I used the chamomile on the edge. Isn't that kind of cool? You love that? Okay, thank you. I thought y'all might like that. I'll do a tutorial on it. Here I had some scrapbook paper that I thought just kind of went with the kit. I used one of Norella's images. This is one of my rubber stamps. I did extracts and I did a little label behind, and I stamped it with the tiny Cosmos. And there's fabric up here, so we kind of repeated the fabric on top again. And then this is a tuck spot here, or a pocket. I didn't put anything in it. I think there's enough in this book. This is the checkoff list onto a scrap of cardstock. And then here is a envelope that I cut off the edges so that you can still use the hole inside. So that becomes a writing space. And then it has a pocket. And I used the T on the background there. And then this is the skeleton leaf here. And of course, Norella's kit. And I thought it was fitting that all the leaves on this page. So this was the envelope that I used, and I just cut off the edges to make it smaller and then opened it up. This was an envelope that I got in the mail, and I was able to peel the label off of it, and the postage I left, and I put down the little Calico collage image. I don't remember which kit that's from. And this is some of hers, but I made a stencil background. And it's really heavily got flowers in it. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Here I used some stickers that I had. In fact, if you got my last kit, was it the last kit? Yeah. The Dancing Dragonflies. Did I do it in that kit? I don't remember which one. I gave y'all some flowers. And then here I just took a journaling card, put a piece of fabric, and that's the lavender stamp, just the flowers. Over here I made a little notepad and stamped the chamomile on top there. This was a interesting tuck spot that I was shown. a while back. I don't know if I have another piece of paper. We're running out of time. I'll show y'all another time how it was made, but it's a triangle. I thought I had it laying here, but I don't see it. Must have gone away. And then I just made a journal card to go on top. And then here I have another journal card that is in the end of the envelope. And I just added some paper to the inside because this was fragile when I started putting stuff in it. And then this was just some ledger paper that Amanda Dawn sent me. And I just stamped each one real simply. Some handmade paper that I made that has flower bits in it. Some of the cheesecloth with a butterfly. And then this is Norella's ticket. And then I put one of my ticket punches on this side. I'm trying to see here. I've got these half pages. Okay, I'm trying to debate. Y'all can tell me if you want me to put it in there or not. I made my own vellum by using baby oil like 2 months ago. And I decided to take one of the sheets that I had hanging in here trying to dry and coffee dye it. And I'm noticing that it is making other things oily. Do you want this page in the journal, or should I just figure something else for it? I made an altered paper clip. So I folded a piece of book page, stitched one edge, then sewed down the sides. So got a pocket there. And I put a piece of cardstock on the back. And I made this a pocket. And I used one of Norella's images and cheesecloth. And then this is another one of my little books that I just made real quick. Simple, but I thought that looked kind of cute. And then this is from Norella's kit, and I thought we'd just put it on top. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 of Norella's pages. I think I want that to be my first page. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to start here. And then we're going to make the outside cover right after I make this inner cover. And I think I want this one here. And we're going to reverse that order. We'll put one of these here. I'm trying to not do the same thing over and over and over again. Mix them around just a little bit. We're getting different heights and styles of pages. I think this one can go here. Maybe this one. Come on, page, open. Yeah, I'm not going to pet that oily page in. I'll do something else. Leave it out. I've had it sandwiched between a paper towel and other paper for 2 days now, and it's just not going away. I've tried, oh my God, this is so fluffy. I've tried putting, what do you call that stuff? Baby powder on it, talcum powder. Okay, where can I find all my clippies? Okay. This is one thick Mama Jamba of a journal. My hand is cramping because it's so heavy. All right, I'm just trying to get the paper clips. I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, that's, wow. Okay, let's go this way. Now, if I didn't have all the stuff in it, I could do this easier. Okay. Wow, it's fluffy. All right, I may have to take some stuff out. All right, let me get another clip. There. I got it under control now. As best as I can. All right, let me get all my things ready. And then that way it'll go faster. 1, 2, 3 times the height. I've got a needle. I need to get some of these bigger binder clips. I thought I had some, but I can't find them. All right, so there's my needle. Fold this back up. I've got my fun foam here. I've got my template. I'm probably missing the chat. Love the fluffy. Oh, gotcha. Put it in an envelope and then stick it in there. I've got some giant envelopes that might fit into. That's a good idea. Thanks, Margie. All right, so I'm going to poke a hole here. All right. My goodness, it's fluffy. You say you love fluffy. Well, here you go. This one comes with fur. Not really. Dadgum. Trying to go back through the same hole. There we go. All right, we're doing pamphlet stitch, so I'm just going to slip it underneath. I can get my needle in there. It's so fluffy. All right, let me clean my desk off. And the next thing I got to do is make the outside cover. We're running late. I know it. I'm sorry. I had so many things I wanted to show y'all today. That's what I like about my junk journal tools. I can cram everything back in here and zip it up, and I have them for next time. Ouch. Smash my hand. Okay. Oh my goodness. I gotta sign it. Thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. So I've already stamped it. It says, this journal made by. This was 7/12/2021. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so the cover. We've done this already a couple of times, so this should be pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. I have a piece of canvas, and this time, because Robin said she wanted it fluffy, I have a piece of canvas. I'm finally out of that ugly printed one that's this size anyway. I have a piece of quilt batting. This is warm and natural quilt batting. And then I have a piece of fabric. And then this is a piece of curtain that was given to me. I'm not sure who was, so I apologize if you were here live and you recognize this. I liked this for this journal. So I'm going to flip this back. We're going to lay this on down. We're going to put this over this way. And then it goes all the way across. And then I made a tie out of putting a strip of the fabric back to back. Okay. This cover is measuring about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 inches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half inches tall. It was just the scrap, okay? So it'll be kind of fluffy. So what I'm going to do is go to the sewing machine and I'm going to stitch down this edge. And then I'll stitch around a couple of these pieces, not a whole lot, and then I'll go around the whole outside edge, okay? And I just remembered one other thing that I needed to do, so I'm going to put this back this way. No, this is upside down. This is the way it goes. This is going to go right here. So that's my halfway mark. I need my ribbon or something. I've got this ribbon. I have a piece of jute, and I thought a piece of jute might look neat. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of jute. I'm going to tie a knot in it. Okay, and again, I'm going to mark this with a pencil. So right here and right there. So I've got this piece of jute. I'm going to come right here, come across, and I'm going to tie a knot really close to this edge. And we're going to stitch that into place too, okay? All right, so we're going to go to the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch this into place after I stitch a couple of these pieces down because it's going to move around on me. All right, you with me? Sewing lamb cam. We're going to go sew. All right, let me, switch. Switch! All right, so we're back over here at the sewing machine. I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch again. I need to thread my needle again. I guess I pulled on it earlier. I love how fast this is. And my machine's old now. It's like 5 years old. Or 7 years old. 2015. That's 7 years. Almost. All right. Hey, 6 years. All right, we're going to zigzag, zag, zigzag, zag, zigzag, zag. I decided to stop where the little ladybug was, and then I'll continue on the other side. Basically, I'm doing a faux quilting, if you want to call it that, because we're just doing it on top of a fake printed image. So that's kind of cute. I may go this way. Gives it a little bit more interest if you stitch around it. So I'll do right here. Maybe this one. I had to look at this fabric to figure out if it really had a direction. And there is a right side and a wrong side, or upside and downside, or right side up. And the cattails had to be right side up. And let's see. We did that. Let's do one right here. maybe down here. Oh, I'm out of thread. Let's see if I have a bobbin filled. I do! We're in luck! If I can get it out of the container. Fastest bobbin change in the West. Just like that. All right, where were we? All right, up here. We forgot. Let's go right there. I think I lost my rope. Where'd it go? Dang it. All right, let's try this again. I like to make it difficult. Go all the way around. All right, I just had my rope, and now it's gone. What the heck, man? I keep losing things. Where did it go? Do y'all see it? All right, I gotta make another one. So from here to there. I can't believe I lost it. I thought I had a hold of it. Oh, I found it. I found it. It was laying on the floor. All right, so I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and just tack this here and here, and then we're going to sew all the way around. Oh, sorry, you couldn't even see. I'm going to tack this right here. I'm going to come back over this side. I don't want it super tight because I want to be able to slip my journal under there. All right, so I'm going to start on the top side here and go all the way around. So I want to sew over the band that's going to wrap my journal. And I think for some reason I keep pulling the thread out of the needle today. I guess because I just want to brag again how easy it is to thread this machine. If it was my old machine, I would be like, I can't see. This isn't going to work. Put my needle up. Y'all still with me? I think this fabric wasn't cut straight either. And if that bugs you, too bad. We're almost there. We're going to be coming around this last edge any moment now. It moved a little bit on me. I could have pinned it. I'm easing it under the machine's foot just a little bit. It's sewn. Oh my goodness. No rush on your part. Whew, I got it done. Okay. Put this away. There's so much stuff. So I'm just sliding it into, I call this a Midori style cover. I didn't want to make it permanently attached because you may decide you want to use this as an actual hardback journal cover. So look, it'll wrap around. I still did it upside down. Dang it! Because that would be upside down. You don't flap it from this way. Oh well. I did it upside down. I didn't mean to. I wanted that fabric to be right side up when you looked at it. Okay. So we're going to pick the winner of the chipboard right now. Then we're going to go over the whole journal with my upside down cover. I can't believe I did that. Because you don't want it to go from that way. I'm going to do it that way though. I think it just came unbound. No, okay. I thought it did. I just had too many things to show you today. So technically this is backwards. Are you with me? But this is right side up. No problem. Okay. Oh, Nadine, you won there. You'll have to wait to see if you win the other, right? Okay. Ah, all right. It still looks like, it still works. It's just backwards. All right. The winner of the chipboard elements, the frames and whatnot, is Sheila, Creative Nana, aka Sheila. Sheila, if you will, please head over to my website, lindaisrael.com, and create a user account there. Then send me a message through the contact me form and make sure that I have your mailing address. I'll get your prize sent out to you. All right, so let's reset this. And let's go here and copy that. So this last raffle is only for those who have donated today. And those donators are the Mrs. Edmondson, Jennifer Smith, Deborah Cade, Margarita DeRoss, Nadine Wheeler, Cherie Deskins, Patty O, Sydney, Janice Brammer, Amanda Dawn, Tanya Chan, Norella, Kathy, Robin, Morgan, Lori, and Margie. Thank you, Margie, for your big donation there. All right, so those people are eligible. So I'm going to open the raffle now, and we're going to go through this journal. Look at how fluffy it is down the side. And again, the cover is upside down because I needed the... I kept playing with it and playing with it, and I guess I got it turned around backwards again. So... cardstock cover. If you want, you could cut off the wrap and redo it. And then on the inside, we have a pocket. Oh, thank you, Barb, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And in this pocket was the first thing we made, which was a decorated envelope with a pocket. So there is the Narcissus painted or stamped on there. And then we have a tag here. And then I made this little journal card to fit on top. And on the inside, we have one of Norella's cards, and that just fits right here in this front pocket. I used one of Norella's images as the first image in the journal. You thought you donated. Well, you did now. And then Norella's. Here, I didn't add anything else to it. I think it's okay because we added the little dangles on the page. Here we use one of Norella's images. Over here we have stamping on the edge, and then we have a journal card. This will be hard to write in. So fluffy. Here is a pocket so you could put some more journaling cards. Maybe you've got seed packets that you want to save. Recipes for extracts. This envelope opens up, and then we have this card in here with the lavender stamp. I tried to do a variety of different things, so it really looks kind of eclectic. This is a little tag here. This opens up, so you have writing space in the flap. You have a pocket, and this tucks back in, and then you have a tuck spot right behind with a journaling tag. This is a little envelope that we made that unfolds. We have a little tag card, and then this I put one of my little handmade Italian paper pieces in here. And this is an envelope, so this is going to flip out. It flips out, man! And then you have a journal card here. You love all the ideas? Thank you! Thank you so much. And then we have writing space here. We had a altered paper clip here, so we have a little journaling card there, or journal there, a mini journal. This journal has mini journals. This was our little bookmark with the words, so that's clipped onto this page. Stamped lavender onto one of the ledger papers. This is the other sprayed paper with the hanging tags. This is a belly band that holds some handmade paper that I stitched some fabric on. And then here's a pocket that's on top. And then that was a napkin. Perfect for her. She just likes to look at them. Just look at them. And then we have that rice paper on this side. Did I do okay? Did the colors match, you think? I think so. And then here's a pocket here with little goodies on some handmade paper. And then we have a little file folder with, it says chamomile, and it has the little baggies inside of it. Here's another little journal. That goes right there. We've made this a tuck spot. This is another Norella's prints. And then this is a pocket back here. And we have a tall journaling card that fits in there. Like to pet them, yep. And then we use coffee dye paper here, fabric. We had a little pocket across the bottom. This is Norella's little library pocket, and I put a piece of book page so that when you look through the opening, you didn't see white paper. And then this goes this way. I had it upside down. Goes right there. This is another one of those pages that I backed together. Some of Norella's kits, images, and then this is a rubber stamp. And then this is a long, skinny journaling space, so you can write on it this way if you want. There's a little pocket right here, tuck spot. And then a little tuck spot for a tiny library or postcard, not library card. And then I made a little envelope. I didn't put anything in it. We could put I got this little guy. Put that in there. Well, if it's not glued shut. You have to make sure it's not glued shut. All right, that'll go in there. There's a little scrap of paper. Hey, it fits. And I just put that right here with a little paper clip. We've got more little folder. There's a lot of stuff in this journal. This is my library card number 2, and I stamped it with the dandelions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You need more books. And then this is some more handmade paper. I like this journal. I'm not giving it up. You can't have it. I want to keep it. This goes right there. Tinctures. Lemon. Tea. And then some more little journal cards. There's so much stuff in here. And then remember, this opens up so you have journaling space in there. This is a pocket here. A hanging Chad. And this is a pocket here. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show you this. That's also a pocket there. I'll go in more detail another time on how I made that. Oh yeah, and here's a journal card there. Oh yeah, and there's more. But wait, there's more. There's a text pocket there. Pocket back here. This opens all the way up so you can write on it. Oh my goodness. We're finally to the back end, and this pocket's empty. I think I'll leave it that way. All right, so it's backwards. So I'm going to lay it flat and get all the things tucked in. And then wrap it. And I coffee dyed this strip, so this fabric here faintly smells of coffee. All right. Who wants this journal? If y'all like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you would, please, after the video is over, come back and leave me a comment. What did you like the most? What was your favorite thing? And if there was something that you would like me to do a standalone video on, just let me know, and I will see about getting that done. I'm trying to plan some things out to get it all ready. What else? Oh yeah, here's that envelope again. Square, folded in half, come in halfway mark, and then this comes down. Alrighty, let's pick a winner of this journal. How's that? If you donated, get in on the raffle. Dinner is supposed to be ready soon. Henry's going to be like, why haven't you got dinner ready? Thank you so much, Sydney. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. Okay. I need to make a bunch more. I don't know how I did this backwards. It's just... I need to make more. So yeah, this is just backwards. But that's okay. I'm working on it. I got to sit down and make some more tutorials. I've got a couple recorded. I just got to finish editing and getting the blog post done. All right. I think everybody's in. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people. Okay. Giveaway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 14 people. So Norella's gone. And Lori Merchant, are you still here? Did you leave? Was someone supposed to enter for Lori? That you're in it. That's right, Margie. All right. So these people have already entered. Sherry, Janice, Nadine, Tanya, Sydney, Margie, Bonnie, Mrs. Edmondson, which is Jennifer, Margarita, Amanda, Robin, Barb, Patty, and Morgan. Kathy. Kathy, you need to enter the raffle. And Deborah, you need to enter the raffle. Or not. Okay, Bonnie entered for Lori. Gotcha. Thank you, Bonnie. Oh, you entered for Jennifer because Jennifer had to leave. Okay, so Bonnie entered for Jennifer Smith. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. And I guess if I enter, Sheila, did you? Okay, let me enter for Lori. So I'll enter for Lori. Okay. Now I should be in the giveaway. Okay. All right, let's pick a winner. So if I win, it's for Lori. If Bonnie wins, it's for Jennifer. So confusing. All right, pick the winner. I won. I get to keep the journal. Isn't that what that means? It's because I don't ever win. All right, so you're very welcome, Giovanna. So this is going to Lori Merchant. My backwards cover journal, but that's okay. I like it. It's still pretty. I knew it was directional. I was just putting it on there wrong. That's funny. Funny, funny, funny. I entered for Lori Merchant because Lori had to leave. Got it? It was the last person who typed raffle. That's interesting, Barb. I'll have to figure out if I can talk to Jason about the algorithm on the raffle. I'm making a note so I can ask Jason. That's been weird that it's been doing that. Thank you so much, Margie. Thank you all for being here. Yes, you will. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you much for supporting me. I'm not sure what I'm going to do Monday. I'm trying to get ready for the next kit. So if I have to stop and make a journal out of a certain, style or something, not just an eclectic what I already have done, it takes me longer because I have to print the things and fussy cut the things and do all the things. So I don't know. It may be a eclectic journal. It may be kind of a continuation on the Apothecary because I kind of like some of the pieces and I still have a few pieces left. So I may mix it all in. All right. Well, let's get off here. Y'all, thank you so much. I will see you on next Monday live at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, and hopefully it won't go as long, so sorry about that. But I had so much to show you, and thank you all so much. Do check out my links below in the description box for any of the products that I shared. I do get a commission if you go to Amazon. I greatly appreciate that support. What else? Share the video if you think there's something that others may like. Alrighty, well, I'm going to get off here. Got to open it back up. Y'all have an amazing week, and thank you so very much for being a part of my day. I know I was a little tired, and I'm ready to go to eat and take a nap. Y'all have a great week. Love you lots. Bye.